All right, YouTube. Not sure if this is gonna work, so let's see. Haven't posted a video in over a year. So let's see. And first off, my house is a disaster because this winter has not been fun. But we've gotten a lot of stuff done. There's my windows. I have plastic on the other side of them and then blankets up there because it has been colder. The first winter I lived here, of course I didn't video that entire year, but it was a mild winter. This winter has not been so good. So the house, we got a few more things put up. There's some of my tobacco pipes. Oh, I quit smoking cigarettes. And now I'm just on pipe tobacco. There's my bed that's not made with the Sesame Street comforter. All right. So this is the bedroom. Nothing's really changed in the laundry room except it's filthy. Nothing's changed in the bathroom. Oh, except the floors are getting holes in the vinyl linoleum, whatever. So I'm fixing that with duct tape. All right, here's where the central unit was. I took that out and it's kind of a linen closet, so whatever. All right, so here is the dog's room. Oh yeah, which by the way, I don't think in my last videos I had a dog. I got him at 6 weeks old. His name is Bandit. He is a very good dog. Shake. Yeah, good boy. He is a good dog. And he's my buddy. So this is his room. He grew up in here as a puppy. And then I adapted it for him. Dog door. To go outside. And he has a pen. So the pen goes fenced in there. It's fenced all the way back to that corner behind those old fish ponds. Fenced all the way. There was already fence in there, but I add more all the way to that corner. And then you come down here to the pen door, which we'll show that on the outside. So here's his pen. He likes it. The dog door stays open, so he's out here just as much as he is inside, pretty much. Let's see. All right. And he doesn't bother that heater. I don't have it on a lot because he's not in here, but if I need to leave for the night or something, I'll plug that in. All right. Kitchen. No big changes, except I removed the dishwasher, wasn't using it anyway. So, built this little table for stuff. All right. So, still, kitchen's a disaster. That's not the point. Living room, I got a couch, so that's good. Lots of fans for the summer. So, curtains that my girlfriend made. So that's awesome. Another heater since it is colder. Spare bedroom still. Nothing in there. All right, open these doors. I keep these shut because I don't heat this room. I don't heat much of anything, but still got the bookcase. We got this desk that I made just out of wood from the property. Fence posts that were tore down from that privacy fence. You might have remembered these boards on top are from the barn. Sanded those down. Really, really pretty boards. There's a pipe holder up there I made. Not in here much. Checkerboard wall with still 1,000 things to do. I'm not in here much because, like I said, I don't really heat this room. All right, so got hats, coats, and more coats, and more coats. All right, let's go outside. A porch. I use this table pretty much all summer. For fruits and vegetables and anything I was growing, I put it out here. The outside's going to be a disaster too, but seriously, this is one of the first days in a while that it hasn't been 20 degrees. And for southern middle Tennessee, 20 degrees is cold. So I got some horseradish root there, kind of drying out. I need to put up. There's a dishwasher. I need to get rid of it. I built that bench. Don't remember if that's in the videos. Table, rocking chair. All right. So it's been raining. So let's see. Truck, dog. This had hostas in it. I planted radishes, carrots, lettuce, tomatoes. I planted a lot of stuff in here, and it did grow and worked, and I had a very successful garden this year. I put a bunch of leaves in it to start building the ground for next year. Nothing's news in the shed. There's no point there. So if we go around this side of the house, you see there's the dog pen. It's got 2 latches on it, but I just built this real simple gate. I would open it, but I think people know how gates work. Apple tree. This past year, maybe a handful of apples. Deer was kind of eating them. But I planted a little orchard, so I let the deer... I didn't mind them being over here. And plus, they need to eat too. Muscadines. I got a whole bunch of muscadines this year. Made jelly. Ended up with those small little jelly jars. About 12, I think. So 12 jelly jars of that. Really good stuff. Property line. Down there I do have a bunch of strawberry plants. I kind of have them covered right now with leaves and straw. Just to help them get through the winter. So no sense going down there. You can't see them. Alright. So here, let's see, Forsythia or Fern Cynthia, yellow ugly things. There were 6 of them. There's 3 now because I cut down these 3 and got rid of them. Hopefully they don't come back this summer, but I really tilled the ground and really, if they come back, I think keeping the yard mowed will be fine next year this time. Or next year, or this year, it's 2018 now. I'm going to do grapes and build some trellises here, kind of like what was on the muscadines, and plant grapes here because it does get a lot of sun. All right. My pipes froze last week. My pipes in, my pipes out, all the pipes, all the froze. So that was fun. My knees still hurt from being under there doing stuff. Seem to got that fixed right now. So up here, this, I mean, you'll have to go back and look at videos, but this, all of that brambles and stuff started about right here and went down. I cleared all that back. It took forever, but now I planted 6 blueberry bushes. You can't really see the bushes, but this straw, hay, whatever, tall grass I cut out of the field down there, I got them around the bases. So I cut all this back down to that. I'm going to run fencing all the way down here. That's the old property fence. But when money gets available. Alright, so the orchard. You saw the blueberries. This is the only tree I planted this year. Funds weren't what I wanted them to be. So this is a Arkansas black apple tree. It's doing just fine. The compost I've been making, it makes everything want to grow. I planted this tree and a week later it had blooms on it. It's just fine. Now the rest of these trees I planted in 2016 October. This is a apple tree, another apple tree over there, plum tree, pear tree, And then in the middle there, another plum tree, another pear tree, if you can see it. And then down at the bottom, 2 peach trees. Also in 2016, I planted these 3 blackberry bushes. I actually got a few of them off this year. They were delicious. They're Apache thornless. I liked that variety so much that I planted 2 more this year. I was able to. Now the woods were grown up. I don't know if you remember, basically to here. There's actually a stump from a tree I removed. It went all the way down. I've spent the last month or 2 clearing all of this out, cutting down scrap trees, cleaning up around the cedar trees because I really like them. But I've been cleaning all this out. It was a lot of work, but now it's been worth it because it all looked like that still, which I am going to clean that out too. But let's see. Alright, so if you keep on going down here, just all this stuff looked like all of that, but cleaned all of this out. There's Bandit. Oh yeah, the dog's name's Bandit. I don't know if I said that. He's happy as can be out here. This was the garden spot for 2016, not how it's laid out now. I don't know how easy you're going to be able to tell, but I did kind of a raised bed for 2016, or 2017 garden, sorry. And it's kind of this U shape. It goes there, and then down, and then back up with a little patch out here in front of it. Well, that garden did great. I got squash, peppers, onions, beans, cucumbers, peas, radishes, carrots, okra, tomatoes, but I want bigger, so I dismantled that and I've kind of laid it out here. These are all fence posts that were down in the woods in the giant pile of trash that I've been dragging out, so all this, was just here, so I might as well use it. But I'm going to till all this up and grow here. But burn pit, which I've been using quite a bit. Over here, I grew corn, which fell down and 15 times, and it just didn't come back up anymore. It was a trooper, but kind of that line here. So corn didn't work. All those are the stakes from, I just cut wooden stakes and drove in to build my raised bed. This was lettuce. It's frost and dying out. I got buckets of lettuce from this. Cabbage that I planted a little late. It really didn't take off. Like I said, it's been unseasonably cold here for the past week. That's the driveway. Still trying to fix that. So a little trailer. Now here is the mountain of brush. This has been sitting here for a month, so it's already compressed a little. But all of this is what I dug out from the blueberries and cut down, and then what I dug out of the woods. Here's what I've been dragging out of the woods. More tires, and more tires. I'm not going to spend too much time on them or I'll start crying again, because I hate tires. I'm ready to go back to sleds or Flintstone method, whatever. This is all the trash. I've already burnt 3 or 4 truckloads, but this is just more stuff to burn. Then you have a pile of metal. I took 2 large truckloads of metal to a scrapyard here and got a little money for it. And then all this fencing that's still just this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but that's what I got. And all the trash has been from down in there in the woods. It's just a pile of trash. Just they took a bulldozer and just pushed it all in the woods. I keep picking up and cleaning and burning. I'll get it all out eventually, but I mean, I have found 2 commodes, and there's a 3rd commode over there I have to get. Bed springs, mattresses, tires, 1,000 coffee cans, horseshoes. It's horrible. But this is how I've got it all cleaned up. I cleaned this up. I cleaned back behind the barn. Oh, which I took the tin off the barn and added a roof. I put the roof back on. That's all I could afford right now. So I'll put up the rest of the barn, you know, as I get the money. But it's a good solid barn. I got a new roof on it. Doesn't leak. I cleaned up all of this back here. I actually grew pumpkins back here in 2017 year. I grew pumpkins, just a few pumpkin plants, and I only got 2 pumpkins. I got to work on that better for next year, but they grew really well back here. I'm going to try to do, until I get animals and get it fenced off, I'm going to try to do more pumpkins, maybe some watermelon, cantaloupe, something. See, here's just something that I step on. All right. So I cleared all this back to there. There's the commode, the white, if you can see in front of the dog. But yeah, just more cleaning to do. Let's see. And I had most of this picked up where you couldn't even see any trash. But rain and now winter, the foliage, or however you're supposed to pronounce that word, goes back, and just every time it rains, there's more trash that comes up. More stuff. Old gate. That was the old barn door. I'll do something with that. But and then wood. I burnt some wood this year, and I got more to burn in the burn pit. Front of the barn. Let's see. Y'all are taller than me when I reach up, so let's see. I don't know if that's showing anything. Oh, I had to put up this wall of the barn was collapsed. So I put up all this. I added this post, which is an old phone pole that was just here. It's sagging here. I didn't do a good job. I need to put another post here, and I will. But I sistered all the joists. And I mean it's fine, especially for what I'm gonna do. Compost, I've already cleaned out one giant pile and put it on the garden last year. This is another pile I've been working on. Been rotating it every few months. It's still where I've cleaned out that barn. That barn, apparently they had rabbits and chicken, and all that's in there. All that straw, hay, whatever you want to call it, I cut from the field back there by hand. Mix that in. It's got several bags of leaves. Some I raked up. Some came from driving by suburbia, where people rake all their leaves and put it on the road. And then next year, spray chemicals on their yard to make it green. Which, funny for them, I guess. So all this, buckets, tires. I got rid of most of the tin that was on the barn, but there was a small pile that, I might be able to do something with eventually. I don't know. More brush. I came down here one day, and there was a deer hiding, sleeping, whatever, in the brush. The dog liked it. It gave me a heart attack. So yeah, that's I planted, these tires were up at the garden. I planted potatoes, 3 kinds of potatoes. The only ones that did good was sweet potatoes. And I did the tower, potato tower. I would do that again. I think I was too aggressive on watering, actually, because I think the tires held more water than I planned on. I thought, above ground, evaporate. I don't know what I thought. But I think I watered them too much, so I'll do that again. I was successful with the sweet potatoes, really not anything else. Those are trellises I built. I'll leave those up there, waiting on next year. Oh, this barrel is so far just glass I've pulled out of the woods. Take that to a recycling center. But that's pretty much it, I think. I don't really know why I haven't posted in over a year. Maybe I'll get back into it. We'll see. But until then, here's me and Bandit. Bandit, what are you doing? Hey, sit. Good boy. You're a good boy. All right, let's see what trouble we can get into today.